Hey, Total Schmidt Show. It's Tuesday. No, it's not. It's Wednesday. Let's do this. Total Schmidt Show Season 3 is upon us. Tune in every week. I talk to entertainers from all over the world. Singers, dancers, comics, musicians, drummers, blah, blah, blah. All kinds. Techs, even some cruise directors. Most of the entertainers I talk to work on cruise ships. If you ever wanted to know what entertainers do, how they get through their day, any of the behind-the-scenes stuff about entertaining, we'll talk about that stuff here, as well as we'll delve into some of the entertainers and some of their works, some of their albums coming up, some of the things they've done in the past, things you can look forward to in the future. All that stuff you can catch here on Total Schmidt Show. But either way, get yourself a pizza, a beer, some bourbon, light up a cigar, or some sort of joint, or whatever type of crutch or vice you need to get through the evening, and sit back and enjoy whatever it is I put together this week on Total Schmidt Show. You're welcome. Hey, Total Schmidt Show. We're a day late. We're a day late because I was on a ship. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I worked with Vince Morris, who was on this episode here, and we were there. We were on the ship together for a week. And on the last day, our friend Azim came in, who's going to be on the ship for the week after us. And last night, I hung out with Vince and Azim. When you work the ships, sometimes you see friends, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you go years without seeing someone you know really, really well. And I know Vince very well and Azim very well, and they're friends of mine, and we had a whole night to go out and have dinner and drinks, and we did that yesterday. So that's why we're late. I'll be honest, this is all me. It's me because we went out and had a nice dinner. We drank some scotch and some different Canadian. We were in Canada, some different Canadian liquors, and had a nice seafood dinner. So I apologize. We're late a day, and it's my fault. But I got to hang out with friends, and honestly, it's going to be 5 or 6 years before Azim and Vince and I are in the same building again. So you have to take advantage of those opportunities when you're working on these ships, man. You just go long times without seeing. Sometimes I go a month without seeing anybody I know, like a good friend or something. And I just try to embrace those good times, and we did that last night. So here we go. Do me a favor, if you're listening on the podcast, you know the drill. Subscribe to the podcast. That would help me out immensely. Give it a thumbs up video if you're watching the video. You can follow me on all podcast platforms. If you can go to LennySchmidt.com. You can join the website there. You can follow the podcast there. You can follow it for free. You can join different payment packages. There's all kinds of stuff. I got a cash wall, paywall on my website. The more you pay, the more you get. You get the podcast for I think it's $2 a month. That's $2 a month. That's 50 cents a podcast, right? Yeah, that's pretty good. That's real good. So you can even do $20 for the year for the podcast. So there you go. But at the very least, if you're watching any of the videos on YouTube, give them a thumbs up and subscribe to the YouTube. All that stuff helps me out. That's the social media. That's what it matters. That's what matters now is the numbers and the likes and the thumbs up and all that stuff. So I got to work with Vince Morris last week. I mentioned it in the podcast. I love working with Vince, man. He's one of those no fear comics. He plays the whole room. He plays to the whole room. We work well together. We had a blast together hanging out. I watched his show. He watched mine. We gave each other a couple of tags, a couple of things here and there. But he's great to work with. I've mentioned Carl LeBeau before, and Howie Mandel's guys that can really work a room. And Vince is one of those guys that really embraces the live show is its own living, breathing thing. And you never really know what Vince is going to do. So it's always a pleasure to work with him. And we talked about it a little bit. Also, he's a father. He's got a daughter. And Vince and I have a whole lot in common, man, about a lot of stuff. So we talked about a lot of it here in the podcast. So sit back and enjoy my conversation with my good friend, Vince Morris.
All right, man. Are we rolling?
We're rolling now.
So let me tell you more about myself. So when I graduated...
Let's talk about you.
A little bit more about myself.
Let's go.
Let me tell you about the time I never went to Harvard.
We got to start doing these. I got to start doing these early in the week because we talked about everything all week. So now we're going to be probably repeating shit.
Not really. I mean, if it's real, it's real.
Yeah, you're right. It's real.
Yeah. So it's not about.
How many glasses do you bring with you?
2.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, these are new prescription. It's gotten a little bit worse. Like I don't know what the terminology of it is, but it's not as bad. But it's like I can still wear my old prescriptions, but my doc was like, if you want to go up one, we go up one. So I got 2. I got 3 new pair of glasses though. New one, yeah. 3 news, but yeah, I bring 2.
Okay, I just noticed the frames.
Yeah, I used to have smaller frames, but I got the bigger ones now.
Yeah, make sure you're going directional with that mic, like you're on stage. Bring it down a little bit. You know what I mean? You turn your head. Bring it down.
Down?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you
like
go.
That? All right.
You think that'll work?
Yeah, I can. Hey,
yeah. Do you like the way you look? That's all that matters.
I can't even see me.
You can't see you?
No, I'm blinded by happiness.
Dude, this is a good week, man. It's gonna be a step down after this.
Man, this is a lot of people don't realize. I was telling my girl this. When you hanging out with comics, we all know each other, know of each other, and then some of us are friends, beyond just the stage, and some of us have known each other for decades. And you're one of the few cats that I really look forward to hanging out with because it's a great hang.
Yeah.
It's a great hang. It's not even about comedy. It's about fatherhood. It's about everything else.
Yeah.
It's a solid hang, man. So I was excited when I saw that I was working with you. So I was like, and make this week go by quicker, and we have fun. So
yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah, it was all good.
Yeah, no, I think you're fucking knocking shit down. Hang on. Yeah, it was awesome. Great set last night too, man.
You too. Yeah,
good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, it was a good week. It's funny the difference between the crowds. Last week 8 day, this week 6 day, and these people are rowdier, like way rowdier than the last crowd.
And I thought they were gonna be more depressed because of the rerouting.
Yeah, they weren't. They seemed to be. You know what? I think the people here are just embracing the good time.
They have to. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, they have to. So I mean, I liked it.
I mean, every once in a while you get somebody whining about the port. Like I had a couple of my family show where they would complain about the Bahamas and not going, but
I get it, man. I mean, I don't know what the fine print is when you book a Carnival cruise and it says if it's a natural disaster. Or
well,
whatever.
It's got to be. It's a weather thing. It's got to be flexible to weather, which makes sense because it's a safety issue.
Yeah,
you can't drive these people in a fucking hurricane. You know what I mean? And then people are like, well, we can make it. Can we make it? No, we can't. There's a reason. If they say they can't make it, they can't make it. Trust me.
And I don't want to be stuck out there.
Yeah. No.
They don't want to be the next Netflix documentary.
No. No, or even just the clips on YouTube. You ever seen some of the clips on YouTube where some of the people had trying to go through storms or whatever? I'm not a fan of that. I'm good.
No. But I mean, if people who've never been to Canada, it's going to be a good thing. I mean, it's a total opposite. It's a total opposite of what you plan for, but
right.
If you have the right attitude, I guess they make it compensated a little bit from Carnival.
Yeah, but you know who really digs it is, we talked about it last night, it was the crew. Because they go to the same ports. Yeah. So suddenly they're like, oh, we're going somewhere different next week? Yeah, it's pretty cool.
They're excited.
They get to hang out.
Yep.
Yeah. So where do you go after this, man?
I got to check. I know I think I do Magic, I believe. And then I got shows in Arizona. Then I get on the Jubilee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I love working with you, and I think I told you this before. Working with you, watching you work on stage is like watching a cliff diver. I mentioned a cliff diver in one of those squirrel suits.
I've never heard that.
It is, dude, because you never know what the fuck you're going to do up there. Yeah. It's like most guys I can go in the back, oh, he's going to do this, he's going to do this, he's going to do this. You're one of the only guys. I have no clue what he's going to do. I can watch you every night. For 3 weeks, I have no idea where he's going with this.
That is a great knowledge. I never heard the cliff diver.
It should be a compliment. It should be something that's cool.
Listen, I take it as a compliment, man. It means a lot. I appreciate it. Yeah, so.
I mean, I've always liked working the crowd and weeding it back into my act.
Yeah.
We were talking about once you get to a point, sometimes you can guide the crowd just by a reference.
Yeah,
you know where you're going.
Right. Yeah.
And I've always liked to bounce back and forth on both. But you take it to another level. You create something on the spot.
I like doing it. I like creating, and because I get tired of hearing myself. I mean, I get tired of hearing myself say the same jokes.
I know.
So we were talking about that yesterday. I mean, as long as I'll say the joke the way it needs to be said, but the direction or how I get to the joke is different.
Right.
But I will never disrupt the foundation, the point of the joke. Yeah. Right. So I'm not going to change the punchline or whatever, but the direction, or I may not even get to it. I might take the Johnny Carson route, and the crowd might say something funnier. I'll let them have it. And I'm like, shit, what I was going to say wasn't nearly as funny, so let me let you guys have it. Yeah. And keep it moving.
Yeah. Throw your shit aside.
Yeah.
And try something different.
Yeah. Absolutely. So.
Yeah.
It's fun. I mean, it keeps me more creative that way, to be honest.
Now, plus, one thing I was disappointed with my set last night because I've been thinking too much on stage. We talked about this last night, But when you do that and you do that freewheeling and you just kind of let things go where they go, if you're really in the moment, then sometimes you find yourself going in different directions. And the crowd, right away where you're going. Like they say one or two things, and you go, "Oh shit, I can go this way." And come back to this.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
but you got to be open to see it.
But you also, it's like a muscle. It's like you got to work that. The work of the crowd thing is something you got to be used to.
Yeah.
If you don't do it all the time, some guys can't do it.
Some guys don't want to do it, which is cool.
Which is fine. That's cool. You get their own style.
Yeah. I mean, I like to incorporate everything I have. I mean, I can do straight jokes, but I used to do it all the time, which is one joke after another, which is I can do it for a set or whatever. But afterwards, in my mind, I am kind of good with being quick on my feet with the crowd. So let me incorporate that. Let me incorporate my little sound effects, whatever I got, So all that, the beatbox, all that crazy shit, man. So I mean, I'm like, why would I let it go to waste? In the sense of, I do it when I'm by myself.
Yeah,
I do it when I'm home in the shower. When I'm making myself laugh. So that's just another part of me.
Yeah, dude. Plus, one of the things I call we were talking about Carl LeBeau, and we're talking about, I think every show, I always call every show is its own living, breathing thing. It's like its own. So ride the wave. So when shit happens, like you might want to go this way. Like my first family show was like that last night. Yeah, where I had a whole plan.
Yeah, you told me. Yeah,
and I did none of it. I go, so that was fun. I had a blast doing that first family show. That guy Lawrence was there. Yeah, the guy that was at our late show last night.
A lot of guys. I mean, I used to do this myself. I don't. If it just depends on, as far as, like, I'm not saying it's negative, but a lot of guys don't want to let themselves go another direction because they're like, oh, I want to do my material, I got to stick to it. I'm like, sometimes they don't want to hear that shit. Yeah. And sometimes your ego has to go, well, fuck it. They're not gonna. Why am I gonna force this and make everybody uncomfortable? Right. And I'm gonna be more upset because I'm like, I gave you my material, you guys didn't like it, so I'm gonna go back to the cabin upset. So I'm like, it doesn't matter. At that point, I'm like, you know what? I had a new bit. I didn't get to it, or I had a bit I wanted to do. I didn't get to it, so I'll get to it next time.
Yeah, I compare last night. I kept looking at my shows and listening to the tapes. The first show was great. The last show, I kept thinking, I was trying to force in material. Yeah, and that's the mistake you make if you don't ride that wave. Yeah, then it's uncomfortable with them and you. Right. And if you work the crowd like that, you get good enough that a crowd will come along for the ride. Yeah, they'll come with you every single time.
And you can bring them back to where you want them to go, like you were saying. You can bring them back, hopefully, to whatever bits you wanted to do, and just kind of squeeze them in at that point.
And that's when a crowd watches the show, and it makes to them it looks like you're just doing it, creating on the spot. Right. When you're creating a lot of stuff. Yeah. But there's a lot of stuff that's already set in.
Yeah. It doesn't look as rehearsed to them because it's not. It doesn't look as.
Well, it's how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to look. That's why everybody thinks they can be a comic. Because they watch it, they go, I could do that. Yeah, yeah. And you're like, you really couldn't.
No, you can't. Not at all. I can barely do that. I do it for a living.
I'm barely surviving right now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I've been 3 decades. I'm barely doing this.
Don't pull the carpet out from under me, so it's an illusion. Yep. Yeah, but it's supposed to look simple and it's supposed to look easy.
And I was telling another comic, and I tell myself too. This I knew as well. This things I haven't said yet too. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. So there are a lot of things in my notebooks that I'm still scared to say at this point, and then some other guys can't believe it. I'm like, yeah, man, some shit I don't want to. I can't. I mean, I don't want to say. I'm like, I'm nervous to say it. Right. And I'm getting to that point where I'm weeding it in, and I think it should be. It's an ongoing thing. I don't ever want to be comfortable. Right. With saying it because my mind is always thinking about something else. That's my job.
You should always. It's funny. You have to been doing. We both over 30 years. Yeah. But there's still a degree of uncomfortable and nervousness before you hit the stage.
Nervous as hell.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Every single time, because you're like, I don't. You're always like, you're thinking about what you're gonna do. You're looking around the room. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It can go. It can go wrong. It can go not as well as I want. It can go different levels. So, and that's the excitement of it, and also. That keeps you on your toes, right? But but as far as being able to create and still do stuff that I want to do from my heart, that's the part that I think all comedians wants to do. Even with the silly jokes we do, we still got a lot of stuff we want to say. Yeah, and get to it.
Well, it's the challenging part of yourself. That's the challenging part of your act. Because like I always have an outline of what I want to do. Yeah. But before I go on stage, I'm always thinking of how I can not do it. Like I'm always thinking, what can I do first? Right. Yeah. Before I get into this. Right. Yeah. And then you morph it. And then it all comes together.
That's a good. I mean, that's a good practice. I mean, that's you and your squirrel suit.
Yeah, yeah, it is. No, that's my version of it.
Yeah, no, really, it is.
It's kind of. I think you got to push yourself as a live performer to do that, man. Otherwise, you become stale. You become, you
become verbatim.
Yeah,
yeah. A lot of these cats. I mean, some of these guys. Good friends of ours. I mean, no disrespect, but I mean, I'm like, how do you say the same jokes every day? Yeah. How do you do that, man? Yeah. I mean, down to the minute.
Right. Plus, a lot of guys don't. They don't. The part of the creating part is, and again, like I respect, I like, but I don't know how you do the same act. A lot of times I'm like, write new jokes. Like I'll see a guy, I've seen him 5 years now, and he's doing the same. I'm doing my A act, and I go, I hate when guys say that. First of all, my A and B show. Like, well, you shouldn't have a B show. Then don't do it. Then always do an A show.
When is the B material gonna be A?
Yeah. Maybe you should punch the.
Yeah, why are you holding?
If your B material is still B material after 5
years,
years,
exactly. It hasn't graduated yet. Yeah, so
it hasn't
graduated A's. So I don't. Some guys don't want to get. They're complacent. They're cool with where they are, which is cool. I mean, I guess for themselves, that they're comfortable with just doing the exact same thing, and they don't want to push themselves. So I can't be mad at that. You can't be. But for me, my mind is always going off. I mean, that's funny, or I think that's interesting. I write it down. Napkins, always in the shower every day. So I'm like, that keeps us. It keeps it more. It keeps it exciting.
Well, it keeps it fresh too.
Yeah.
Well, especially we're at the point we're at now, where we're doing 10 shows a week or whatever.
Easily.
You do a lot of shows, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you could get into a grind pretty easily, where you're just like, I gotta do another show.
Right.
You don't want to be in that mindset.
Yeah.
You'll be miserable now. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Especially because it's the monotony of the ships and everything. Everything else stays the same. There's no creativity when we come to these ships. It's the same regiment. We come in, do the same stuff. Cabin's the same. So I got to make something more creative for myself in the midst of this.
Well, you break the routine, especially the travel part, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's always the hard part for us anyway.
Yeah.
The travel, the planes. And I mean, look at the last 2 days.
Yeah.
Itineraries moving around and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's more of the same crap we get all the time. So to do something, be able to have control, plus you got control of your act. You know what I mean? That's something you got complete control of. That's one thing I embrace the most is like, I'm like, man, you can do whatever you want up there. I mean, you have complete control over
and that's what we're supposed to. That's why people come to see us.
Yeah.
Because they come to watch us, because we're supposed to be the bearer of truth from all sides. So that we say the stuff they can't say at their jobs or wherever. So, because everybody wants to be able to express themselves. They should be able to.
Right.
Which is, so they come, historically, they will always come to see us.
Yeah, and that's why, and the crowd feels such a strong connection with that too, man. You know what I mean? They like to see that
if it's done correctly. Yeah, if you're trying to make them connect, so they're like, okay.
If you're real, you gotta be real, bro.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of guys who go up there and fake the fucking. Yeah. They'll fake this real thing, and you can smell it from a mile away.
Right.
That doesn't seem.
Yeah, exactly.
Real.
The energy comes up. It's like, nah, he's facade.
It's fake. You can see fakeness on the stage, man.
I know.
And crowds aren't stupid. They can sense that from the stage.
We all started out. We all had our different styles and different things we emulated, different comics stuff. It's inevitable as far as like anyone trying out comedy from the beginning. You all I like this style. But as you get into it, then you get your own kind of style, so to speak, and then you go with it. You hopefully go with it. And some guys don't have some guys' styles just stand there. Some guys bob and weave, and some guys is, different tools, different applications. Sounds, whatever it is, I don't begrudge any of it, as long as it gets the job done.
Well, you gotta also, like, some guys are like, there's a lot of guys out there that are way better writers than me. They write really good material. They'll write jokes.
Yeah, same here.
And they can do jokes.
And they're not performing it well. They're not good performers, too.
But but also in front of these crowds sometimes, man, like you said, you gotta throw, the jokes aren't, you gotta be flexible.
And what's helped, I think a lot of comics, if you've done, man, the road gigs have helped build the best comedians. I mean, when you're doing gigs and bars and pubs and stuff throughout the years, you go do a one-nighter and people are
drunk. Gigs.
Yeah, they're fucking drunk. They don't want to hear, hey, you guys ever had a peanut butter jelly sandwich? I'm like, fuck that. So you got to get...
So it was in the library yesterday.
Yeah, right? You guys ever shop at Ralph's?
No!
Like, I'm Ralph right now. So,
Yeah.
Fortunate enough to have those training grounds. So, and it's fun, man, because you can look at a crowd, if they're drinking and shit. I'm like, the material, it's not gonna fly tonight.
Right.
I'm not gonna force it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be uncomfortable up there trying to my fucking sweat run out of the crack of my ass. I'm trying to tell you a joke you won't hear.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna try to keep it smooth and get out.
Well, the real work was like, because from that because we went to the same background I did, all those one-nighters,
Mm-hmm.
all these basically one-nighters.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where some of those one-nighters you showed up, there was no one there. There's just a microphone and a stage and a bartender.
Yeah.
So you've got to go up, the whole show's you.
Yeah.
So you got to get the focus, you got to get the room, you got to do it all.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to learn.
But the TV's still on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the art part of that, I think, is to go up there, keep the room, and then work in the material you want to do. Then you work in your joke.
Right, yeah.
And that's how you get them to pay attention to the joke.
Yeah. Yeah, and they respect that too because they know what the situation is. They're like, this guy's still hanging in, and the TV's on. He's okay. He's a go getter. Yeah. He's true to his craft. So, I mean, overall, man, I can't complain about the shows. So I had no complaints. This whole week has been great. Both these cruises have been excellent.
Yeah,
I had a hell of fun, man, and I got a couple new jokes out for myself. I don't know how it was for you, but
yeah,
I got a couple new nuances that I can keep in the arsenal now.
That's good.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I was working on 3 bits. I did them this week, and I'm looking for. I got Chicago this week, so it'll be easy.
Yeah.
I got 5 shows on land. So
yeah, you can just plug them. You can plug 45 is nothing.
Yeah. That's the other thing is you get so much freaking material now.
Yeah.
That's where I get lost on stage because sometimes I get up there and I'm like, like last night's late show. I get into the show and now I'm in my head thinking about what I can and the wave of material I have is overfilling, and I'm just like, just fucking put it out of your head and fucking right,
Yeah, you got to just go up and have this. I'm gonna do 2 bits.
Yeah,
that's the exercise. So I'm gonna do these 2 bits, and whatever else happens, and then that way you giving yourself leeway for a 20-minute set to go. What's gonna happen? I got these 2 bits. I promised myself I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
not the whole set.
Right.
Because now you're gonna be upset with yourself. I got 6 jokes I wanted to do. I can't get to them. Just say, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna do 2 jokes.
Right.
And they're drunk and they're rowdy. Let's see what happens.
See, I always try to. I have a timing thing, so I'll work in my newest stuff around the 20-minute mark. Like I have a time.
Oh, that's how. Yeah. So
I'll try to get the newest shit around the 20-minute mark because then I like to close hard at 10 minutes.
Okay.
So I'll do that and then I'll close. So I'll go. I know how I'm going to open, and then I'll just play the crowd and see where it goes. And then I'll make sure I get the new shit out because if I don't get to the new shit at 20, I won't get to it.
Because you got to close and you want to do.
Yeah,
gotcha.
You know what I mean. So I won't be able. So I want to be able to get the new shit out because sometimes I'll get up there and I won't get the new shit out, and then I'm frustrated. I'm like, God damn it! I wanted to do the new shit.
Yeah. I'll open with new stuff sometimes or whatever. Try at the end. I don't have myself. I'm not regimented like that in that sense because. Because
you're the fucking squirrel jumping off a cliff. The wind's blowing you. Hey!
I can't wait. A man in a squirrel suit. That's hilarious.
You're standing by 10 minutes into your show. You're at the bar. People are looking at the monitor, going, "Where the fuck is the comic?" He's right next to you. He's standing right next to you. He's sitting right next to you. You're yelling. Y'all better lighten up!
He's at the bar.
I love it, man.
Oh my God! No, I mean, I like the fact that we can watch each other, man, and still create and observe each other and give each other pointers and stuff, man. It's great because that's what we need to do.
Yeah.
Even at this stage of the game, so who's ever open, I'm open to anyone that would take good constructive criticism or help me write whatever. It doesn't matter. So if you see something, hey Vince, I'm like, hey Lenny, this, that, and the other. I'll try it, or I've already tried it, or whatever. But I'll never be like, no, don't talk to me.
No, I'm always open to the input.
Yeah, dude, don't you ever tell me no.
Nah, I hate that. You know what I mean? Like the only suggestion I would make would be to help anyway. You know what I mean?
Right.
Of course.
Right.
So, and I've had lots of suggestions where I go, it's not going to work, or I tried that.
Yeah.
Or I don't do that because this sets up something else later. You know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of times you're doing a joke that goes somewhere else, you can get to finish go the other way.
Original,
you know what I mean? I'm like, no, I do it this way because it goes in a direction. So.
Yep.
You never know.
Good, yeah. So,
dude, the other thing about you're also one of the only guys I know. I don't know a lot of guys. You got a family and you travel. A lot of these other guys travel, and they've been divorced or they don't have a family, and
my
it's
daughter.
a hard thing to fucking build is raise a kid and be in a family while you're traveling.
16,
especially these ships.
Yeah, what I've done. I don't know if maybe you've done it as well, but my daughter's 16 now. But it's as far back when she was literally Lenny 2 and 3. I would take her in a row with me.
Yeah.
I mean, I legitimately, when she was like 4 and 5, before she started school, I would do a one-nighter. For example, like somebody like Mike's Steakhouse. Like, you want to do this a Thursday? I will call, say, yes, I can do it. Can I bring my daughter? Because I want to just I'll have her, and can somebody watch her in the manager's office like 45 minutes or however long the set was. If they say yes, cool. If they say no, no.
Yeah,
so when they say yes, I would bring I'll call her B-Bops. Call Bob, bring Bops in. It'd be like on 7 o'clock. The show's at 8 o'clock. I go, Daddy's going to be on the stage right here. I'll point at a little microphone and stand and go, people going to be in the crowd, and I'm going to be up there. I'm going to make them laugh. And I'll sit in the back with her.
Yeah.
And while other acts are on, and then she'll have like a little leapfrog, whatever thing I had. And then one of the waitresses, the wait staff, be like, "I'll watch you, daughter."
Yeah, they love
and
that.
I will go out. I will go out there do my
the
set.
waitresses have kids at home anyway.
Yeah, I'll go out to do my set, and then, excuse me, to come out. They had merchandise. She was standing right by the thing, and I get daddy a small or a medium, and that kind of thing. So, and man, I was taking her. I mean, so when I'm gone, I want her to always know what I do.
Right.
So now she has a definitive. She understands what I do because she's been there. She's been on cruises. I mean, I used to take her. When Bud Freeman had the gig in Lake Tahoe, I used to play Lake Tahoe like 3-4 times a year, man. I would bring bops with me.
Yeah.
And that was like Tuesday through Sunday.
Yeah, that's a whole week.
And then if my girl couldn't come, Nadia can't be there. And then a couple of times I brought bops with me by myself.
Yeah.
So I'm not lying. It was, we get in there, hotel room. That was back when she used to let me dress her, because I can put her all kind of fly stuff.
Yeah.
And it was 8:00 at night. My 6-year-old daughter and I in the hotel room getting ready to do a show, going down through the lobby to Hard Rock, everything.
Yeah.
And she's sitting in the back of the theater, man, with headphones on. And when I do 2 shows, then we go to Hard Rock right next, and they loved her. They had an ice cream every year. Should we go back to Lake Tahoe?
Yeah.
And for a whole week, it'd just be her and I.
Yeah, it's a trip, man.
The whole week, it just daddy and Bob.
See, that's cool.
Yeah,
man. That's dynamite.
Yeah, so she knows. So now, because this is hard being away, but at least she understands.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know anything different. So to her, it's not unusual.
Right.
So she has nothing to compare it to. So she's like, if other kids like, don't you find it weird Dad's going? She goes, no, he's always.
Yeah, it's just
I travel with him. Yeah. So which is what I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, my kids figured because I had a gap where I didn't do a lot of traveling, but when I got divorced, I went back out.
Yeah.
And but then I brought the kids. Sometimes they were on the whole summer on the ship with me.
Yeah,
they would do
same way.
Back then. Mary would set it up where I would do those West Coast ships, the Inspiration and the Imagination.
Same here. Yeah, out of Long Beach.
Yeah, and I just did them like 3 or 4 weeks in a row, and the kids were with me the whole time.
Yeah.
Back then, they were real easy working with bringing the kids, but the kids loved it. Plus, I used to teach the kids. I used to work with kids and teach acting and comedy at their school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was great, and my kids were both in that class. And my youngest, Lily, is really good at improv, bro. And I used to, during the family shows, at the end, I would bring her on stage.
Oh, so she's used to it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so okay, yeah, all right. So
dude,
that's
she used
even
to
better.
get, as a 7-year-old kid, she could improv with adults and get laughs.
Yeah.
I mean, she crushed.
She have to doing long form.
Yeah. And when I had her on the ship, I used to bring her up. I would do my show, and I would bring her up at about 20 minutes in or whatever, and she would literally spend the first 4 minutes making fun of me. And she would go, "You did this joke, you didn't talk about me, you talked about Anna." And this whole thing.
Gotcha, yeah.
And the crowd loves it, man. And then we do a little improv, and then we're off the door.
Abella introduced me a couple times, and then I had a joke for her to say on the ships, and I got video of it, and then she was like, she was like nervous, and she said a little joke, and then she did my intro and brought me up.
Yeah. But I like that. I like the fact that she's creative. You know what I mean? She's into it, and you teach them that you make a living in the arts.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So they see that and they embrace that.
And like your daughters. I mean, I think everybody has that creative part in their body, but they don't know what to do with it.
Well, and when that's why I like teaching the class, because when kids are little, that's when it's the freshest, and that's when they're most willing to do stuff.
Yeah,
and I would encourage everything.
Yeah,
because the older you get, the more you kind of push that out of your mind.
I don't want
unless
to do it.
You went the route that we did. Eventually, you got back into it, but then you stop acting, you stop being funny, you stop doing all those things. So you want your kids to embrace that stuff as much as possible. At least express themselves.
Well, as long as they got us as dads, because I'm silly as hell. So my daughter, I will never stop being silly.
Yeah, right.
So it's always going to be, the energy will always be around. So they'll never be like, oh, my dad is boring. They'll be like, he's crazy.
Yeah. When they get to be that age, they're 16. My kids did they would see a situation coming where they would think I would be goofy, and they would look at me and go, "Dad, you got to don't do this. You got to keep it. Don't be stupid right now. Don't be silly. Don't say this. Don't embarrass me. Don't embarrass me." I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I won't.
My daughter did the same thing, similar thing. This was funny. A couple weeks ago, she was telling me a story about her talking to some guys, and whatever scenario was, and she said, "I said this, Daddy." And he started laughing, and she goes, he thought that was funny. That was a funny joke, right? Yeah, boss. I'm not lying. That actually happened. She goes, I said this, and he got it.
Yeah.
And I was letting her ride her happy, and she said, "He got that joke. It was funny." I said, "That was funny, Bob. That was funny." I was like, So it's in the DNA.
Did it make your heart melt a little bit? You're like,
yes,
not a girl.
Absolutely,
not a girl.
Yeah, and it was a good bit. I mean, it was a good. What she said was good. I was like, okay,
yeah.
And she was more excited that the guy got it,
yeah,
which is what we want. That's it. You got it.
Well, same mindset. She's like, it worked. Yeah, yeah. That's the best, man.
So it's in her blood. She can't help it.
Now, plus they usually have a pretty good ear for comedy. Like my kids are pretty good as far as what's funny, what's not funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like I run stuff by them all the time.
Oh, premises.
Oh, God, constantly. What do you think about this? Especially anything about them. I do a ton of shit about them.
So
and I'll go because I always, even with my ex, I was like, I never made fun of my ex and put it in an uncomfortable situation. You know what I mean? Where I would be when I got divorced, it was never like my stupid ex. Blah,
right,
blah, blah.
right.
And even when I was married, if I wrote jokes about my wife, I'd run them by her. I go, "What do you think? Is this cool? Are you good with it?"
Oh,
you know
really?
I mean? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I would never do a joke about her unless or I would at least find a compromise. I did the same thing. Well, you know why I learned that was from my mom. I did a joke years ago that my mom didn't like, and my mom, she was real nice about it. She was like, "Hey, you know what? I know you're doing what you're doing, but I just want you to know this joke I don't like that joke. It embarrasses me because it was something about her." And I was like, and it made me change the joke, which actually made the joke better because it just came from a different point of view. But it made me look at it from a different point of view.
Okay.
Where now I can run the jokes. I can at least go, but I'll find a middle ground. You know what I mean? I'll go, well, I don't want to embarrass you. I don't want to say anything that makes you uncomfortable.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I always like one of the Howard Stern early on. That's one of the biggest mistakes he made early on in his first marriage to Allison with his kids. He used to talk openly about a lot of shit on the radio. And he was like, he looks back at it now and says, I wish I wouldn't have done that because it cost him the marriage, and the kids were embarrassed about a lot of shit.
Shit.
Yeah, and I don't think
that was the foundation of who he was, though.
What? No, you're right.
He can say that now after he's made millions. Yeah, I wish I would have never done that.
That's true. There's a
but
lot
I'm glad the fuck I did.
Yeah, he's got $800 million
contract. I should have never said that about my wife. I really shouldn't have. Waiter!
I mean, my own personal waiter.
Yeah,
in my house,
absolutely.
In my home.
Yeah.
Johnson?
Yeah.
What was what was the white guy name you used last night?
Oh, Jenkins.
You
got that? Yeah. I was
Hi, Jenkins.
Yeah. What do we have left, Jenkins?
What did you say, Jenkins?
I love Jenkins. Jenkins is my go-to name.
It's a perfect name.
I've always said Jenkins.
It's the best one.
Jenkins is in the act.
Yeah. You got to keep Jenkins.
Yeah, we keep Jenkins.
That's a great white guy name.
Jenkins. Man, so...
How often does she get to travel with you now? Well, she's 16. She's got to be, what, sophomore?
Yes. Right? No, she's junior.
Okay.
She doesn't... The last time she saw me was on a cruise. We took my mom for first time on a cruise. This is almost a year ago. No, but that was the last time she was on a cruise. She saw me perform about a week and a half ago. My brother had his 65th birthday party, and he also had this... collection at this museum. My brother has the largest collection of black people on playing cards. My brother's a professional magician, also published author and playwright.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, so he had this big to-do thing.
Yeah.
At this museum, he had all of his exhibits up, and he had a couple of professional magicians come in.
Okay.
Do the show. I hosted it, and my daughter was there, my mom was there, my sister.
Oh, that's great, dude. Right?
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah. So she saw me there last, and then she got picked on stage to help the magicians do a couple of acts. And he didn't know it was my daughter either. So
no way.
No, he had no idea.
Oh,
so
that's good.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, so that's 2 weeks ago she saw me perform. Yeah.
That's cool. I think Anna, my oldest, was at some shows in LA I did last week.
You get nervous when they watch you?
No, man. I'm actually good when they're there.
Okay.
I'm good. You know what? My oldest is always like, she always says to me when she brings friends, can you not do any jokes about sex? She always says that to me. I go, I'll be cool. I mean, it's only a 10-minute set in LA. Plus I don't do a lot of sex joke. I don't get real blue at the LA clubs. You know what I mean? It's a little different vibe. So she was working in management for a while. She worked in an agency. She was trying to get a job at Levity. So she was working in the industry on that side of it.
Okay.
So she would go to clubs and scout talent. So she would come out and bring friends sometimes to shows.
Okay.
And Lily came. Lily saw me at that same club maybe 2 months before. Brought her boyfriend.
What club is this?
This is the Chateau. It's on Lancashire. It's a newer club. It's been around maybe the last 4 years or so.
Yeah, I live right off in Lancashire.
Yeah, it's actually a little bit north of where you used to live.
Okay.
It's in the valley part of Lancashire.
Right. Okay.
Keep going north and right past. You know what it is? It's a half block past the 134. That little overpass where the car dealer is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and it's just a little club there when I'm in town I do it.
It's Friday, Saturday. It's all full.
It's a Thursday through Saturday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad. Guy Felix runs it. Felix McNulty, who was a comic, and
it's his gig.
His gig. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good little room. It's good. So, but I brought Lily to that show. She brought her boyfriend. We hung out. So
did your boyfriend see you the first time you ever seen you?
That was the first time he saw me. Yeah.
How was?
He liked it. He dug it, man. It's easier now, man. When they come in, I've been doing this a minute. So when they show up, it's never, the kids are kind of, they like bringing up their friends now.
That's even better because let's go see my dad.
Yeah, because they'll see it, especially in L.A. Because you go to a comedy show in L.A. and 80% of it is crap. You know what I mean? It's all bringers and new comics and stuff. So when a real comic hits the stage, they're like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, this is what it's supposed to be about. This is exactly what it's supposed to be like.
Yeah, so that's why. So their friends are always like, "Wow, your dad's really good."
Good.
My daughter's like, "Yeah, that's what he does for a living. That's how he makes money."
I know, but the last 10 guys before him.
Yeah, they don't. they don't connect that. And when they hear you do it for a living or you work, they're always like, "They go, what else do you do?" I go, "There's nothing else to do. This is it. This is what I do."
Yeah.
In LA, there's a lot. There's comics that are comics for a living, but then they don't.
Yeah.
There's a lot of comics that have been in LA doing the same 10 minutes. They're only 10 minutes.
I'm sure.
For the last 20 years.
It's that monologue they're hoping to get a development deal off of.
Mike, when we started, I was in LA. My brother Mike's a comic too. We were in LA in the 80s, early 90s. And we used to do the LA, the store and all the clubs. Mm-hmm. And we both left and both ended up back in LA. And there were people we ran into that were doing the store and the open mics in the 90s. That we saw them in the 2000s. And it was the same 10 to 12. And Mike and I would talk afterwards. Go, Jesus, can you believe it's the same?
Right.
It's literally the same 10 minutes.
But they're not comics.
To the pause.
They're not comics. They're just they wrote a controlled monologue in hopes to get.
They came from that old mindset where you built a character, you showcase your 10-minute character. To try to get your sitcom.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Which is totally different from just doing regular stand-up. It's a whole another avenue. Yeah.
And then you don't grow from that. You feed that same character. No. Because then that's not about being a comic either. It's not about being real, or it's not stand-up.
It's
not stand-up, right? No. It's almost like a showcase.
It is.
Yeah, it's a 10-minute showcase thing. But anyway, I'll bring her friends come out all the time, so it's great. It's always great to bring them with. They dig it.
Well, I know it's coming. I know she's gonna be 18 here, and then she's gonna want to come to the clubs. I mean, she still comes. Well, openly come to clubs.
Yeah.
That's gonna be nerve-wracking a little bit.
It's fun when my youngest just got over 21.
Yeah.
It's fun when they hit that age.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool because now we're going to clubs.
Yeah.
Now
adults.
The girls, like when Anna went to Vegas the first time, she was like, it wasn't that great. She was only like 20.
Yeah.
I go, you got to go next year when you're 21. Vegas is a whole different world when you're over 21.
Yeah. And
now she loves Vegas. She's like, God, I love Vegas. It's great. And she's not a big drinker, but it's just 21 opens up a different
energy. Yeah.
Yeah. You can go to places.
It's coming.
At least go to clubs. Yeah, it's fun, man. It's cool. I mean, they had a couple when early on. Lily got drunk on her birthday, and then afterward, she felt bad. And they go, don't feel. Everybody does that mistake. But then it's kind of cool. We go to happy hours now. That's the blast, dude. We'll have time. We'll go. You want to go to happy hour? We'll just sit down and have a drink and something.
Yeah, I've had a drink with my daughter. It's at the dinner table. Or I'm not even about. I'm not upset with that because I'm like, if you want to have a drink, you have a drink with me because I'm sure they're going to drink anyhow. So it's not a big,
Well, you got to have that approach with them either.
Yeah, you don't have. There's no secrets.
Yeah, if you close it off, then
they're going to do it.
Yes.
Yeah. So I tell her I would never tell you something. I will always admit I've done this. I would never I've never done that. If I'm like, Daddy's tried this. Daddy's done this. Yeah. So there's no facade. She'll never be like, oh, my daddy hid that from me.
Yeah, plus it's more about being like, I was always real and honest with my kids too.
Yeah, I hear you talk to them, man. You're very real.
Yeah, you gotta be, man. This illusion thing that people, we don't do that in front of the kids. I'm like, well, why?
And especially if you're still doing it or you did it before.
Yeah. Because now when you're not looking and they're over 21, they're going to do it with people that you don't know, first of all, maybe.
Yeah.
And maybe it's better off they do it with you.
Or if they find out and that you were lying to them.
Yeah.
Which is worse.
Yeah.
Which is worse. But why come you tell me? Well, I didn't, or I didn't, like, my mom doesn't drink. She's 88. My mom was one of the few, like, if you ask her about the past, she'll tell you, I used to get toe up. I would drink this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
I would drink my Cuddy Sark and smoke my Pall Malls, whatever cigarettes.
Cuddy Shark.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but she has there's no shame in who she was because it's not like
right.
It made her who she is now. So we're all about being open. So my daughter, I told my daughter, I said, you want to have a drink? Have a drink with me and Nadi. And then she's like, oh, and then, she hangs out with Nadia's daughter sometimes. And
right.
I know it is what it is. I mean, I'm not.
Well, we do. We take that same honesty approach when it comes to drugs with the kids. Because in California, they do the bud.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
But they also, I try to be open with them. And especially, dude, the cocaine thing freaks me out. Because of this fentanyl shit now. It's different than when we grew up. When I was a kid... I
don't even... Fentanyl is is that a powder? I don't know. I'm up on a...
They cut... Yeah, it's a powder, but they cut it into cocaine. It'll kill you, man.
Well, what is why would you put it in there? What is it supposed to do?
It's cheaper than cocaine, and it makes the cocaine you can thin the cocaine out. They've been adding coke shit.
Didn't they use baking soda for that?
Yeah, but fentanyl gives it a different speed kick or painkiller kick to it. Yeah. But if you don't cut it the right way, this is the type of shit that's killing people. So that stuff scares me. And the cool thing is dude, my daughters are aware. They're smart. They know. They don't. Anna's smart. She's like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I tried cocaine. She goes, but I don't do it.
Yeah. I've never tried it.
I did it like crazy when I was in my 20s.
This is real talk. I've only seen it legitimately, knowing that it was in my presence twice in my entire life.
Really?
This is no lie. I've only physically seen cocaine 2 times ever, and I would not. That's not appealing to me because my nose is very sensitive. I think I might start sneezing if I do it. But
I was always scared about it with the kids, man, because I remember it's like to be a kid, and if you're at a party and people are like, try it, what's wrong with you, whatever.
Yeah.
So you try to talk to the kids so that they're aware of it, and
of the peer pressure. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the girls seem pretty smart, man. They're like, but I don't know. I know what they're telling me. And it seems like they're pretty smart, and also they're not big drinkers or partiers either. Either of my kids. So
yeah, Bob, she's not. We talk about drugs. I told her about marijuana, everything like that, but she knows I have never done. I know she's never done coke or anything like that. I don't know if she's.
She's still pretty young, 16.
Yeah.
So.
Well, thank God. Hopefully.
Yeah. No. Right. God forbid she be.
Yeah, but that's. That's one thing. I'm like, I don't want you doing drugs like that. Right. I'll tell her. I've never done it. I don't want you doing it. Weed I've done, but. I'm like, Dad has no idea. Don't fuck around with that shit.
Yeah.
Don't at all.
Yeah.
And I trust her.
Right.
I trust. I can. She has a good spirit, man. So, God willing, she's gonna.
Well, if you're real with your kids too, it's a big part of this. Goes back to what we were saying earlier about being honest with your kids.
Yeah.
If you're honest with your kids now, it's so much easier to have that conversation.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because now you're connecting with them. Because a lot of times they can think you're full of shit. If you're lying about one thing, maybe like, well, I think you did do drugs. Why wouldn't you lie to me about this if you're lying about?
Yep, it snowballs. It's snowball. Yeah, snowball.
100%. That's why you got to be real with your kids and honest.
Yeah, it's fun because she gets, and then sometimes she'll tell me stuff I forgot I told her, so I know she's listening.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So like, oh fuck, I did tell you that. Not like I'm like, like damn, okay.
Yeah. That's a cool moment, dude.
And you're like, okay, yeah. I'm like, okay, she remembered. I told her,
yeah.
So. That's my mom told me that. She goes, just God looks at your intentions. So as long as you intend to do the right thing, if your intentions are pure, your body will follow through. If you intend to lie to somebody, if your intentions are to deceive somebody, everything you do up to the point is going to be something to help deceive.
Yeah.
Whatever the final result is. So I've never tried to deceive my daughter.
Right.
I don't want to. So, and everything I told her, she may find it boring or she may find it monotonous. Like, okay, I get it, that kind of shit. You know what I mean? I know, I heard. Fuck it. How come you keep this depleting yourself of your lungs? I heard. Sometimes I'll beat her to it. I'll be like, Bobs, let me tell you this. She can stop it. I'll beat her to it. I'm serious. Yeah. So, but it works. You can't stop doing it. You got to continue to be a parent.
Dude, I love it. My oldest, the older my oldest gets too, she doesn't do that expiration thing anymore.
Yeah.
But she will look at me sometimes and go, I need you to not be a dad for the next 10 minutes and just listen to me vent. I'll go, hit me. What is it? And she'll have bad
time starts now.
Yeah. Time's up.
Yeah.
Let me correct you about everything you just said.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that. So, you get it's about being real with your kids. That's the whole thing.
And so we're working on it. But my daughter, the same thing. It's the same thing. I know what you're gonna say. I go, how you know I'm gonna say? And then she'll say something. I'll be like, yeah, I was going to say that.
That's great.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Or I'm like, no, I mean, see, I wasn't going to say it that way, Bob. I was going to tell you this. And now she does. Now she's like, okay. She's not trying to guess what I'm going to say because she never knows. You know? She may, you can be mad at me if I say that. I said, no, I'm not. I said, no, I'm not mad, you know. Or no, I was going to say, yes, you can do this. I was going to tell you, no, you can do this.
Yeah.
That's a great idea to me. So I just wanted to be open. I just wanted to be comfortable with being able to ask me anything.
Yeah. No, that's the most important thing. Because you don't want your kids to be afraid to ask you shit. Because they'll go ask somebody else.
Or they start hiding shit from you.
Yeah. Yes.
That's and you got to find them, man. That would kill me.
Right.
Yeah, so she's, knock on wood, she's good.
Nice.
Yeah, she wanted to go boxing now. She told me she's gonna get back into boxing. She starts
that's
tomorrow.
Great.
She starts tomorrow.
Good.
Yeah,
man.
she boxed 2 years ago. For the first, and I didn't even tell her to box.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I'm like, you know, because if you suggest something, they're gonna say no.
Right.
Because I mean, self-defense, all that kind of stuff. I ask her, you wanna go shoot with daddy? This kind of, I might one day or no. And then, all right, cool.
Right.
And then one day she's like, oh, I'm gonna take boxing. I'm like, all right. And then she was in there, man. I'll show you some footage when we get done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
dude, cool that she's learning some self-defense.
And it's just she's starting tomorrow, Wednesday. She starts back in the gym tomorrow.
Good for you, dude.
Yeah. So
I wanted my kids to do martial arts, and they just don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wanted her to do some sort of defense, but I never brought up jiu-jitsu, none of that. I never brought up any of that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, actually, her mom's ex-boyfriend he's a hell of a jiu-jitsu. That guy was ranked.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, but Bella never talked about it, and then 2 years ago she started doing boxing, so she likes it. I mean, she. I'm like, all right, cool.
That's great. Dude, that's great when they go on their own and find something that you're in. You're like, yeah.
So now you get to defend yourself too on that. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
And I didn't force you. I didn't be like, hey, your daddy was a boxer. You wouldn't be like your grandfather. None of that shit. She thought of it on her own.
Yeah.
And then she just told me a couple of days ago, she goes, I'm gonna start back in the gym, and I'm so that's good. And then she goes, this is how much it is. I'm like, okay, you know.
Yeah, done. I'll pay for it. Yeah,
we got
of course.
it.
Yeah.
No, hey, listen, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
I take off work that day because she's working now. She works Tuesday through Friday.
And there's a million good things about that. Yeah. Besides the fact you learn self-defense, there's discipline, there's structure, there's a lot of things you learn.
Camaraderie.
Right? Yeah, of course,
Everything.
Well, good for you, man. That's great.
Yeah, I'll show you some footage when we get done.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, look at Bob's. Yeah, so, I sat in a couple of matches. I mean, sparring things, watching, but yeah, she just brought her back up 2 days ago.
Good.
So she's in it tomorrow. So
nice, man. Good for you. That's great. I want my kids to do that so bad. Anna, my oldest, is just working her ass off right now. That's what she's doing.
Did you box or anything?
No, I played football and wrestled. Yeah. Although I didn't wrestle long. I was
football and basketball.
I was football. I was a lot of football and a little bit of track, but football for 3 years. Hard.
Yeah, track for me, football.
Yeah.
A little bit of basketball, but not all. Mostly football though.
No, my kids are good as far as exercising and health. You know what I mean? Like they're real good about working out and exercising. Like Lily has a workout plan every morning. She tells me, like I was talking to her this morning. She did 30 minutes on the treadmill. You know, she runs her little routine by me. You know,
Bella does the same way. She goes. She goes to the gym after she goes to work. She goes to the gym like late, like 7:30, 8 o'clock sometimes.
Good for her, man. That's great.
Every night. And now she's taking off work on Wednesday to go to boxing.
Nice.
But yeah, she works out.
What does she do for work?
At a restaurant. She's a hostess.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's learning the thing, which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in. So I was gonna go tomorrow to see her. She goes, no, Dad, I got the boxing. So I said, all right, I might go and meet your new coach tomorrow.
Okay.
Say hey, see what's going on. She goes, all right. She goes, just come in and say hey. You don't have to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a small place. It goes, I said, is it small enough for parents to stand and watch?
Yeah.
She goes, I don't think it's that. It's too small.
It's too small.
For that. Yeah, so I'm going to go and just say, hey, you know, because I was going to go up to the restaurant and say hi. Because if she was working, I was like, Daddy, get home. I'll go up and sit at the bar and then go in the bullshit with her at the hostess table.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I do that with Anna. She works at a restaurant. I'll go in and sit at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time, man. They do a Taco Tuesday there, so usually they come in and, you know, I know most of the people there.
Yeah.
I've been going to that restaurant for
they know me now. I go in. I mean, they know me because she, you know, is I'll be over there and be like, old fashioned. They give me old fashioned.
Yeah.
I'll sit there and sip on it. I go back up and talk to her, and then customers will come in. I'll go back and I just hang out for about an hour. I know she likes it, so she acts like, "You coming up? Oh, it's busy or something." I'll come and say,
Yeah.
And then she'll bring people out from the back. That's my dad. That's hey,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that kind of shit.
Anna started serving, so we sit in her section.
Oh,
So
not cool.
She
That's
waits
it.
on us.
Yeah.
So she walks up, and I'm always like,
You stiff
I'm
her?
like, "Hi, miss. I'm Lenny, and you are." She's like, "I'm Anna." I played. She's always like, "Hi, Dad. I'm here. It's good to see you." I go, "Can you tell us a little bit about the menu?"
Yeah.
Any
Any specials?
Anna, right? It's Anna. Yeah, it's Anna, Dad. She just rolls her eyes.
Yeah, embarrassing. I know that. It's
All right, man, dude. Let's wrap this up. That went by like lightning.
Yeah, man.
This is
So
good.
I think let's go. I'm gonna go to the gym thing was good. I think I'm gonna go back in the room and I'm gonna hit the gym probably about 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, I gotta wrap up. I'm gonna jump online, take care of a couple things, hit the gym, and we'll go get dinner. Dude, you want to plug socials to the camera? Plug whatever you want to plug.
Oh, Vince Morris Comedy on Instagram and also Vince Morris Comedy on TikTok. I got a new TikTok page. I'm starting to upload my videos, so look forward to that. So Vince Morris Comedy on my platforms. And thanks, man.
Man, thanks for doing it.
You're
Appreciate
welcome, man. Thank you.
You're still watching? That's amazing. Nobody does that. Nobody, but you did. That means you want more. Pick one of these clips. Go for it. I dare you. Hey, also follow one of those social media thingies.